All right. Aloha, everybody. Welcome back to the screening room. Tonight we are live doing our live breakdown review of Five Nights at Freddy's. We literally just got done watching the movie. And spoiler alert, we are going to be going over a lot of spoilers from the movie. We've got a large guest audience with us. And it's really cool. I wanted to do this because we have a large group here. Some who are very in-depth with the Five Nights at Freddy's lore, the video games, all that stuff. And then some of us, like me, who've just played the game, but I don't know like all the Easter eggs and stuff like that. So if anyone wants to say hi.
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 All right. All right, so we are live.
What's up, my G's?
And yeah, we've had a fun night. I mean, what did you guys think about Five Nights at Freddy's? Was it as good as you were anticipating it to be? Because I've been looking forward to this movie for a while. I know PJ has. PJ is like hardcore Five Nights at Freddy's.
I mean, it didn't quite live up to my hype, but it got very, 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 very close.
That's I would say it's a little less than Charlotte. Like, I feel like it's definitely less hype.
Well, the fact that they were bonding with the animatronics was a little bit weird.
That is true.
It wasn't that scary.
Yeah, it
That's
wasn't. I thought it'd be scarier.
They definitely, the scare factor was a little low for me. Even for a PG-13 movie, like, I feel like that could have almost been PG if it had cut, like, 1 or 2 shots. Easily, I think it'd be PG, not PG-13.
The doll in the credit scene scared the living daylights out of
The
me.
doll in the credits?
It did. It
That
like,
was
The credits were better than that.
part.
Because I wasn't
Boy.
expecting it. Like, I thought it was, like, done, so then it was like, ah! And I was like, ah!
There was, like, there were supposed to be jump scares, but they weren't, like, jump scary to
Jump
me.
scare.
Like, they were just, like, they fell flat. And I'm gonna admit, the first 30 minutes of the movie really kind of suck. In my opinion. Like, I was falling asleep.
Yeah, it was just slow.
Yeah, it was kind of boring because it was like every PG movie starts out with like a family issue.
Yeah.
Like someone's getting divorced, someone's parents dead, someone gets like it's the same thing.
Well, the movie starts off with that stupid security guard,
Oh,
and he's, like, trying to tiptoe around, but he's like... and he's like the worst guy trying to run away from animatronics in the history of film. It's like he was making stupid noises. He was like...
I honestly kind of forgot about that.
That's how the movie starts. It was like, oh my gosh.
I mean, yeah, yeah.
Like, a lot of movies just start slow, but then some movies pick up, but then some do not. Like, I thought this one did not really pick up on, like, the pace.
It picked up for a little bit in the middle,
Yeah.
I thought.
And then it just kind of, like, fell flat, and then it went up. It was kind of like a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last like 25 minutes of the movie were like where it got like good.
Yeah,
Right.
I felt like it started really slow, but then it kind of picked up in the middle, and then the last 20 minutes it really picked up.
Yeah. They could have totally cut out a lot of the beginning of the movie. I felt like those dream sequences were so repetitive and worthless. That was one of my biggest pet peeves, especially early on when he kept having those stupid dream sequences. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like you can take some of those out or shorten them. Like, oh.
And he kept, like, sleeping, and I wanted to see the animatronics, like, active. Most of the time, the animatronics were not even active.
Yeah, we didn't
For
get
the
a lot of action
first-
from them.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, you don't see Freddy
They
and...
were all walking like.
For day 1 and day 2.
Okay, so wait a second, because they didn't even go into, like, what are the names of the animatronics? I know, like, the fans of the game love the animatronics. All I know is
it's
Freddy.
Freddy,
Chica,
Chica, Bonnie, and
Chica's
something.
the chicken
Foxy.
yellow one with the cupcake.
Which one was that?
The one with the cupcake.
The one that
yellow
looks like a
one.
chicken
Okay.
that said like "Let's eat" on the
Bonnie
Yeah.
is like the purple bunny one, and
Okay.
then Foxy is the
Blue.
fox with the
and then
pirate
of course Freddy.
patch.
Now, what about, like, the main villain at the end? Was that, like, in the video games?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
The
he's
yellow
William-
rabbit?
Villain
He's
of the
called
video
Springtrap.
game.
It's William Afton dead inside of an animatronic.
So William.
Oh, we're just jumping
But
right
he
into the
wasn't-
spoilers.
But
All
he
right.
wasn't he wasn't dead yet. It was normal.
William Afton in the games. So I think he co-created Freddy Fazbear's, and he took the 5 children, and those are the ghost children.
Right. That's like the whole premise of the story, was that these abducted children end up as the ghost body. Well, they said the real bodies are in the
Yeah.
And
things,
then
though.
I think he ended up. So in the end of the movie, he ends up being trapped in the Springtrap suit, which in the games it corresponded with the movie. Like the Springtrap happened, so basically like the spring locks inside the suit, which keeps the animatronic parts on while someone can wear the costume. I'm not completely sure about that. It like crushed him.
Yeah.
Basically.
It was like a slow kill.
Yeah.
And I loved it so much because it corresponded with the game.
So that was straight out of the video game.
Well, yes, but it wasn't. It was different because in the game, the spring locks like closed because it got wet, and in the movie it was because of like cupcake thing attacked him.
Yeah, it was like they were mad at him because they revealed the truth of whatever, like why they were in the animatronics.
And also, he didn't show his face in the game. I don't think.
I don't think he did.
Well, it was a
Didn't he have, like,
throwback.
disease that made him purple?
I'm
Is that where
assuming
Purple
none
Guy
of you
came
have
from?
seen the movie Scream, right?
No.
Wait, he's purple guy?
Yeah, William
Yes.
Afton is purple.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Well, that was totally. It was kind of a giveaway because it was a throwback to Scream. You know when he took his knife and he like wipes the blood off of it
Mm-hmm. Or he like
in the movie.
He
Like
took it and
Well,
he,
There
like,
was a
I thought
shot
he was talking about, like,
that
in
was a
Scream.
clear reference to Scream because the William Afton character was the bad guy in the movie Scream. So it was totally like it was a dead giveaway when he takes his knife and goes like that and like wipes the blood off.
Well,
It was
I kind of knew from the beginning that he was the villain. Well, first of all, there weren't that many characters. Like, who's gonna be the villain? The taxi
well, you
driver?
thought maybe it was the girl, the police officer.
I didn't think that. Well,
I
I
didn't
kind of
think
watched
that.
like a video talking about it that the guy in the movie, like, he made a cameo, Matt Pat. He makes a lot of videos about FNAF. He makes theories about it, and he had a cameo in the movie, and he guessed that the career counselor was William Afton, and he was right. And I kind of guessed that it was him. Plus, in the beginning, it was kind of like a dead giveaway. He was basically like, "Oh, you're Michael Schmidt." I think that's his last name. Like,
Yeah.
"Oh, could you work at I have a job for you. Can you please do it? Like, change your mind." Like, he was weirdly like, yeah, you could just tell. Yeah.
I didn't really think Vanessa was bad, just because, like, I thought she had worked there previously and didn't want to scare him off, but, like, at the same time, like, I felt like she was, like, trying to warn him, but at the same time, like, not trying to scare him off, if that makes sense. Like, she was definitely hiding something, but I didn't think she was, like...
Yeah, the
The
whole
main,
time
like,
you knew the cop was up to something. Because why did you just keep randomly showing up and whatever? But-
I just realized why the counselor wanted the guy to come do the job so bad.
Because no one else wants to work there, man. Like,
Yeah.
I'm never going to Chuck E. Cheese again after that. Like, I feel like Freddy's just gonna show up.
I mean, they built the character. I mean, the way they modeled the animatronics after the video game, that was like spot on, and the way it had like the security cameras and
And you
stuff.
know that was like they didn't even animate that. That was actual animatronics.
Well,
Oh,
I
really?
think it was like
Yeah.
people in a suit.
That's kind of creepy,
No.
though. If they
No, they made actual animatronics for the thing.
Well, I think when they're like
Mhm.
running around, that was people in suits because animatronics can't
Yeah,
move
that
that
is
fast. But
true.
the things on stage were
What do you
animatronics.
mean fast?
didn't
They move
run.
like this.
Yeah, they
No,
didn't
like,
run.
at some points they did run, yeah.
I don't
When?
remember that.
No. They were all
Well, the
walking,
Foxy one runs, right? But you don't see it in the movie.
Yeah.
It's kind of like implied. So the violence in the movie, like for a PG-13 movie, I think they could have went a little darker. There was that one kill that was pretty brutal for the woman, but it was you just saw kind of like the shadow of it.
Where she got
The
like,
bite
chopped in
Just
half.
clean in half.
Yeah.
It was satisfying.
So
It was.
the most brutal part of the movie where this girl who I felt bad for because they kind of built her up. She was like a nice character. Literally gets chomped in half by Freddy.
There
Yeah.
was the one in the like very beginning with the like original security guard, but like they left it all to the imagination.
Yeah, they keep
Dad.
their thing is they cut away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dad, you don't know how much more that is. That bite in half. There was a bite of 89. A lot of people say that, and they bit a boy's head off.
That's
Oh.
the 87 one.
Oh, that's awesome.
That was
87.
83.
Oh, okay.
No,
Ava,
87.
you literally.
No, I
were saying
think
all
I think it is
that.
83 because I think
It's
it's
83.
commonly misconcepted that it's 87 because my.
I'm so
See, there's so much lore about it. Like, I don't know any of this stuff. Like, this is all new to me because all I know is playing the first game.
There's too many bites.
Bites.
I don't
Okay.
know what the bite
And
of 87
cuts.
was though.
And
I'm pretty sure
slashes.
87 was Mangle.
All I
Sure.
know
Well, which-
is
So, Joy, are you familiar with like all the lore? Oh gosh, darn.
The only thing I knew before was that like the daughter's name was Elizabeth, and it made me really mad that her name was Vanessa, not Elizabeth.
Well, Vanessa's from a completely different game that's
They
supposed
made
to
her
take.
name Abby.
The daughter,
Daughter.
the little girl.
Yeah.
What was her name?
Abby.
No,
Yeah.
like what was?
Elizabeth.
No, I thought
Wait.
Elizabeth. No, Elizabeth was William Afton's
I know.
daughter, right?
Yeah.
That Vanessa was his daughter, not Elizabeth.
They made
Yeah.
Vanessa her daughter. His daughter. What?
Yeah, but then why is
Oh.
Abby what? You're not okay. Anyways.
I know, Charlotte, you're deep into it.
Like mostly.
Ava,
Somewhat.
somewhat, and you're totally into it.
I'm not big on the like games, but like I know.
I've
every
never
bit of
played
the-
a game.
It's
before.
like this weird YouTube culture thing with all these Five Nights at Freddy's
It's called
videos.
Markiplier.
It's what?
It's called Markiplier.
Really?
Markiplier just doesn't
Markiplier
own FNAF.
fans.
Man,
No,
I'm
Markiplier
so
fans
out of
just
the
know
touch.
FNAF.
I tried
Yeah,
to
yeah.
give you lore, but then you never.
Markiplier-
I
listened.
didn't want. I wanted to go into the movie fresh so I could
Sorry.
review this movie, like
Well, you
without
would know
all that.
the lore and like know all the Easter eggs and stuff. That's
Well, was the movie satisfying for you? If you were a fan of the games and the lore, was it a good movie?
I feel like it
pretty
would
good.
be.
Yeah,
No,
there were
because
some
I feel
Easter
like
eggs from the other movies, like the
There
one
was,
in the storage room, the circus baby.
there was the I always come back line.
Oh yeah, that was
That
like
was
the
a
best
good
part.
Easter egg.
Oh, okay.
It's just a theory.
Yeah, like
That was the
not
best
really
part.
That's not really a FNAF Easter egg, but like that's just a theory. It was a good.
So, is he still alive at the end? Because like that was a little confusing to me
So,
because he was
no,
still
he-
twitching, and I was like, is he
Well, I
alive? Or did
think-
they keep him alive?
I think at that point he was like just dying, and like at like I guess like when the movie ended, he dies and like becomes the ghost.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause, like,
And was
way
that the
they
laugh
changed
at the end? And there's a post credits like laugh. Was that kind of like the evil laugh at the end, or like?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I was just
We
curious
heard,
because there was
like,
like this weird Easter egg at the end with like a weird
Oh,
laugh.
there's like a
Spell
sound
things
effect in FNAF 2.
I was just making weird hair
Oh, is that what it is?
motions.
Okay. Now the one thing I had, some of the acting was terrible. Like it went from being okay, and then some of it was just like, oh my gosh, you could get a high school theater student to do a better job.
Some of them are good though.
Some of them were good, but some of the lines it was like, "Where's Abby?" Like what? I don't know. It just wasn't that good of acting.
I feel like the whole thing with like the aunt and Abby was like so unnecessary.
Yeah, the whole thing with the aunt and the suit to get like custody of the girl, his sister.
Oh yeah, that just like that whole plot line just like disappeared because like in the beginning they're like, oh yeah, let's just kill him or break in or whatever, and then they break in and they all die, and whatever, and then all of a sudden it just comes back when she thinks that like Mike is giving custody to the aunt, and
Yeah, where did that come from? He was like, "No, I'm not giving you away. I'm not giving you away." Oh wait, I'm giving you away.
Yeah, like was he giving her away?
Yeah.
Because they never like straight up says it, but like that's what it implied.
well, because he was like, it's not what you think it is, but
Yeah.
was it? I don't know. Like was
Yeah, it
I
never
don't under-
specifies.
Yeah, I don't know if the aunt was just babysitting her while he could go to work, or if
Because Max died.
Oh, that's true.
The
I guess
girl
she
who
could have
got
just been
chopped in half.
babysitting, right?
But no, I have two things to say. One, Auntie Jane or Karen or Janice or whatever her name is needs to fix her roots. And she does. And then two, I think that the main character didn't need to be the main character. Like, I don't feel like he played as big of a role as he should have as a main character. Like, I feel like Abby could have been more of a main character. And she had less screen time. Or like Vanessa. I feel like he didn't do like Mike or whatever.
Was
his
she
name
in the
is.
games or whatever? The
Yes.
sister?
There's one.
wow,
Because I didn't get like her connection. Like, why does she have a connection?
Well,
Why can she
kind
talk
of
to the
insecure
animatronics?
beach. Kind of insecure.
well, I think because the animatronic ghosts are children, that's why
Yeah.
they connect with her because she's a child. But then, I thought they were just trying. Well, at first I was like, oh, they're just gonna protect Abby because she's a fellow child. But then I was like, oh, when Vanessa said, "Oh, they're gonna make her like
One of them.
one of them,"
Yeah.
and then it was kind of just thrown out there at the end that Springtrap was controlling them all along. And I feel like that could have been built up better.
They never actually used that name though in the movie.
Yeah, they just
Yeah.
called him like. Well, Vanessa called him
The
Dad.
the
and
Yellow
then,
Rabbit.
They just called him
Well,
like
in the
William
games it's called
Afton.
Springtrap
Yeah. But
or
they-
William Afton.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying they didn't use the name Springtrap in the movie, as far as I picked up on.
No, they didn't. No, because
Cause
well, he hadn't died yet too.
yeah, cause I feel like they only called him Springtrap because he was trapped in this suit
Spring.
when the
Oh, okay.
springs failed.
And
Did
so since he
anybody-
hadn't died yet.
Did anybody catch the detail about in that one detail with the Springtrap taking the kids into the back rooms and killing them?
What, like they did with when
Yeah,
Chica took Abby?
In the
Yeah.
in the beginning with
Yeah.
like, the screens.
Yeah. It was like totally drawn out in the cartoon in the opening scene. It gave it away.
Because I know there was like a version of that in the games where like I think there was like a mini game
Yeah.
where like one of the children sees like a shadowy figure putting on a suit.
I like the part. I like the little detail when like the guy kept having the repetitive flashbacks, and like the first time, it was like no kids. It was just the kidnapping of his brother, and then the second time there were the kids, and then like the third time there were like they were wearing like different parts of like their animatronics. So like the kid who was in Bonnie was wearing like rabbit ears. There was another one was wearing like something for Chica. I don't remember what it
I
was.
thought they were wearing them the whole time.
I don't think they were.
Oh.
Unless I'm just
thought they
like
were,
blind.
but
Yeah, I thought
I mean,
they were.
I
I
didn't
wasn't a
see
huge. You actually liked the dream sequences. I didn't care
No,
for
I
them.
just
I
like
liked
the
them.
detail.
I think I
didn't
liked
like
them because each time it like added on.
It added a
That's
little
what I
something.
was saying. That's why I
Yeah.
thought I didn't see them before.
most of them.
Only because the one kid had like really dark hair, and then there was a white strip across
You
his
know
hair
what?
the next time.
You know
So
what
I didn't-
felt weirdly repetitive to me? Foxy chasing a random character down that one hallway with the door while they try to get it open.
Oh, the
That
doom,
felt
doom,
weirdly
doom.
repetitive to me.
I feel like they should have used like the original sound that they do when you die in the first movie for that. I feel like that would have been a nice touch.
I died a lot in the first game, but I couldn't tell you what the sound was.
It's like the music box. I
Oh.
can't think of the tune right now either.
Yeah. Wait, is
Oh,
that
that's
actually
the-
it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's
Oh,
like a
box?
music box one.
Well, you
Yeah.
did, oh, you know, probably the goriest part of the movie was when they had the one scene where they had him in like the back, and you saw the guy's face all chewed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Like,
that was probably the most gory
masking.
part of the movie. Yeah. Oh, it's called masking.
I
That's
said,
what it's called.
I said the mask thing.
Oh, okay. I thought you said masking. That's a good term, masking.
I was disgusted when the guy sat on the guy's face. Like he didn't realize he was there, but he was like sitting on his bloody face. That was disgusting to me.
Oh, the guy that was face
He
all
was
chewed
like,
up guy.
Yeah, the guy that got like attacked by the cupcake thing. He was like dead, and then Mike, or the guy with the little sister, he went into it, and he like was sitting down, or he like fell or something, and then when he got up, he was like got off of the guy with the bloody face. It was like disgusting.
Well, clearly, I think they're gonna make a sequel to this because there's kind of like post-credit scenes and stuff, and
Build up.
yeah, there's definitely like a maniacal like thing at the end that we're trying to figure out at the end of the credits. I mean, that was pretty obvious, right? That they put something at the end of the credits with
Yeah.
like a.
But I only heard like the last part, so I couldn't.
Maybe the doll will turn into the clown baby thing that broke the broom.
So wait, so that little baby doll thing turns into an animatronic?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's in one of the games.
Oh, it does.
No.
I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good
sister
at this.
location.
Isn't
In
it?
Act 2.
Isn't it
Circus
called Balloon
Baby.
Boy?
No,
I'm good
Balloon
at this.
that's
No,
that's
Balloon Boy's
Balloon
different.
That's
That-
Was it Balloon
that
Boy or
was
was it Circus Baby?
that
Circus
was
Baby.
I feel like it was Balloon
No,
Boy.
that was the storage room.
Yeah, I think that was Balloon Baby.
That was Balloon.
Balloon
Balloon
Baby?
Boy.
No, the doll
Because-
was
I don't
a
know any
girl.
of this stuff.
Because
It's
Circus
like-
Baby is
Girl,
like
but
Circus Baby is a baby, but she's like a bigger animatronic.
Way bigger.
true.
Yeah.
Way
That's the
like
one
the
where
smaller
she stuck
animatronic.
it into the spring trap and
Yeah.
spring trap was like.
That was one of the things that kept failing. They kept trying to jump scare with that little toy in the locker. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
they
it was like
did
that wasn't
again.
scary. They kept trying to like make that thing scary. It was like
The little.
Well,
Wasn't
the tiny
working.
toy or like the bigger one that she stuck the broom into.
Like
Oh,
the bigger
yeah, yeah.
animatronic.
little
No, I'm
Like
talking about the
that.
one in the locker. They kept trying to do a jump scare when he would look in his
Yeah,
locker.
the mini little
Balloon Boy.
toys. Balloon
The
Boy.
that
Well, the
But
little toy
doll
was Balloon
is
Boy.
Springtrap. Is
And then the one in the post-credit
all
scene
scared
was
me at the
Balloon
end.
Boy.
That scared me at the
Balloon
end.
Boy. I don't know. None of the jump scares really got me at all.
Well, it got me at the end. 'Cause
I hate
thought
jump
it was
scares,
like
though.
I thought the jump scares were over, so I wasn't expecting it. Like I was kind of expecting jump scares, and I think that's why it wasn't like scary, especially because in the actual movie they weren't as bad. But in the end, and I don't like dolls.
I mean, I'm not a big fan of the creepy doll thing either, but
I think it looks like them,
it's weird. Like, I just wish the whole jump scare phase of movies would just go away. It's so stupid. Like, everyone who's a horror fan is done with this dumb jump scares. It's stupid. Make a good horror movie that builds suspense. Stop relying on dumb jump scares.
And it was kind of oddball when he said that Vanessa was her dad. Like the
Oh, the spring trap.
it was kind
Yeah,
of
I
an
think they
oddball
could have done
thing.
more with that. Just like, she just stabbed him like, Dad, I kind of wish you died.
No,
Same.
same. She annoyed me.
Yeah.
Like, she didn't annoy me,
Like,
but like,
At least
when
put
they're
some
like,
more
when they
hype
started
on
picking her, I
that.
was like, are they gonna like bury her? And then they're in the hospital. I was like, oh,
Well, she's in a
still alive.
coma. Like
Yeah,
that's
like she
another
could
thing.
die technically.
But that's another thing, like how you know they're gonna make another movie because they just left her in a coma, and then that was the last we saw of her. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and don't you guys just love how Abby became normal after that?
Oh,
yeah, that was so
She
weird.
Yeah.
She witnessed
Yeah, that was a little
bunch
strange.
of murders, a bunch of animatronics, 4 times the size of her tried to attack her, and then like the next scene it cuts to Vanessa in a coma, and then it cuts to her being normal and actually having friends.
Oh. Okay, so that gets me one part I did not like, though. I did not like when they turned into, like, friendly animatronics kind of in the middle-ish. When, like, all of a sudden they were, like, playing and building forts and, like, listening to music, like...
I thought it was kind of
Yeah.
cute.
It was, but it was just like, you
It would
took
be
the
cute
maniacal
if it was
characters...
in like a different unrelated movie where like if it wasn't related to FNAF and that was just like a movie where it's supposed to be like animatronics that are scary but they turn out to be really
Yeah.
nice, that would be a cute movie on its own. But since it's FNAF, like it was cute, but it also did feel like a little like strange. But it was also the animatronics were so funny to me. Like the way they slowly like and like one time Chica winked. It was the funniest thing.
I feel like them being nice just kind of like built up to the fact that they were really just kids in the end.
Mhm.
Yeah, it did.
It was just a weird sequence to me. Like, it was cute, because, yeah, it was funny, I guess, in the moment. But then it's like, you kind of take a step back in the middle of a horror movie, and you're like, having your bad guys be all nice and like, let's build a fort and play and whatever.
Yeah,
And
that's
also-
what that was like the main thing. Like sometimes like it just felt like they were very like they buried in their personality a lot. Like so they were like literally like ripping out people's like halves, and then for some reason like I don't know. I knew it was because of Abby, but it just felt really jarring. I don't know why.
Yeah. In the game, is it like they like kids but they don't like adults? Is that part of the game, or is that just the movie?
I don't know.
There's not
Well,
really
I
many
know in, like,
kids in the
the-
game.
Yeah,
I
correct
know
me
in
if I'm
the
Yeah,
one
there's not really
game,
many
they like
living
Gregory,
kids.
But
Correct
I don't
me
know
if
if
I'm
that's
wrong
a
because I don't know it
They
well, but I
don't
think
like
it's
Gregory.
just like a security
don't?
guard trying to like
Well,
get
then
through
why
to
is
something
Fredbear like
in the
Gregory?
game.
They
Like
just don't like
that's what I've heard.
security
I've
guards.
never heard
Yeah.
from people. It's
Might
basically
be
a security guard trying to get through things, and there's animatronics in the way. It's not really like the animatronics are
like
trying
glitch
to make you
trap.
like
That's-
them, like you just
Ah,
die.
okay.
Oh.
I never
Like,
actually.
it's like normal animatronics.
Okay.
How many Five Nights at Freddy's games are there?
Like
A
Too
lot.
many.
six,
There's a lot.
7.
There's
Sick.
a game of.
I know
Really?
there's 3 and then like security breach.
Yeah, there's like
Okay, so there's FNAF 1, FNAF 2, FNAF 3, and then there's like
sister
FNAF
location.
4 sister location. No, actually, FNAF 4 takes place in the house.
Yeah.
Then there's 5, which is sister location.
Help
Then
wanted.
there's 6, which is like the pizzeria simulator. Then there's FNAF World. There's Help Wanted, which is VR, I think.
And then there's Help Wanted 2 that's
Oh,
gonna come
we
out.
have VR.
Oh, no.
There's
And then there's
Security
the.
Yes.
that's the only one I know.
And then there's Help
Security
Wanted
breach.
2, but that's coming out now. Like soon.
That's a lot of games, man. Holy smokes. I didn't know there was so many games. I thought there was maybe 4 or 5.
No, there's.
Well, clearly there's going to be another stupid movie.
Well,
It's the ending was very wide open for another movie.
if they were gonna use FNAF 2 and FNAF 3, they should have just used it more, like the games. Like they shouldn't put in more characters. Like if you're only gonna put in one character, that's just kind of dumb. You might as well just not put in any characters in FNAF 2.
Yeah, well, I think they just went, the first 3, right? I think that's what the director said, that they just went for the first 3 FNAF games.
It
Yeah,
was
but
weird
they
how-
barely used FNAF 2 and FNAF 3.
Yeah, it was weird how the lore was like scattered. Like there'd be a random character from like a game that's supposed to take place in like the future, in like 2009 or whatever this movie takes place, and then there's like a different character, but it's also this one character but just renamed. I don't know. I thought that was weird. But
Oh, that was is the movie not current day? Because I don't remember anyone having
It
a
said
cell phone.
2000.
What?
It said 2000 like on the dot.
Oh, it
'Cause
did?
It had my birthday on there. I got really
What did I
excited.
miss then?
It said in
at
the
the very
corner of
beginning.
the thing there was like a transcript and it
it
said
was like a security
like
camera.
April. I'm not gonna say what it was because it's my birthday, but it
Oh,
says
okay.
April blah 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 2000.
Okay,
And
I totally missed that then because I was like, man, no one like has a cell phone. Like, use your cell phone, man.
It was timestamped because he was in the jail like talking to the weird guy that ended up being William Afton that got close in the spring traps.
Oh, okay. I have to say that's something I missed, but
Yeah, I think I heard from like Matt Pat that I think Carter's name rearranged, like was something else, like maybe like Springtrap, like it was like what Steve Alglin or something. I think his last name was Aglin, so maybe
No, it's Raglan.
Raglan. Maybe it's spelled out Springtrap. I
I
don't
just
know.
felt this movie could have been like an hour long. I think you cut off like 40 minutes of this movie, especially in the beginning.
I think it came in short though. Even though it seemed long, it seemed short.
It felt short.
Like
Yeah.
they could have stretched the ending a little bit
Well,
because
the
there's
ending
only
gets
gets
pretty
everything
cool.
to last 25
there's only
minutes.
1 minute
Like,
and
it
40
Yeah.
for 1 hour.
It's a slow build.
Like they could have cut off the whole first half with the family issues because that didn't prove to be anything
Yeah,
unless it's a second movie. They didn't unless they make a second movie. It doesn't help anything.
It felt like they
that's
were,
right. That no one even mentioned the ant that got killed. Like that wasn't
Yeah,
even
the
a
kid
thing.
was like, she's sleeping.
She's sleeping. Like, okay.
Oh
and
yeah, what was
Someone has to go to jail for that. There's just a dead lady in their living room.
Wait,
yeah,
was there a
yeah.
dead lady in the living room?
What was
Or
that?
did they kill the aunt?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the ant
Oh,
was
I didn't
sleeping.
know.
Golden Fredbear.
The one who needed her roots.
Did you really
Yeah,
think she was just sleeping?
That's
Oh,
what
she
I
said?
She
Yes!
was on the floor. She was like, I didn't see.
Yeah, you didn't see her face, but
I
you
didn't
just saw her
see.
feet laying on the floor.
Oh,
Like,
that's
she's
what
a
I missed.
Oh, man.
No, that's what I missed because I asked Addison a question and I turned up and I was like, why is Freddy missing an eyeball?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I had that question too. Yeah, why?
Well,
like, what
no,
happened
it was
to his
a
face?
different bear. Wait,
It
did
was
they put
Golden
her
Freddy,
in the thing
not
with the
Freddy.
saws?
I was
No,
wondering
she's
if that
the
was
same.
Golden
She
Well,
Freddy.
then, yeah. What was the second bear then?
It was Golden Freddy, not
Well,
like
what's
the
that
other-
different?
So I think
I think
the
it was
blonde
Golden
kid is supposed to be the ghost child of Golden Freddy, I think.
Oh.
Because remember, he like walked out.
And he
So,
was like,
like,
not
you s-
Freddy.
Yeah, like there's
Because-
Freddy, and then a different shot. It was just him.
Yeah, he
as,
said,
like, a
"Oh, I'm
human.
not Freddy."
Okay, so
Well, then
which
who's Freddy?
animatron-
Which kid was Freddy?
animatronic is
The
his
gold,
brother?
the blonde-haired one, the one that was like, we want Abby.
Yeah, no, wait, the guy's brother who got kidnapped. Which animatronic is he? Because we know he got kidnapped.
Garrett.
By,
I think he just got killed. Didn't they say
Yeah,
like, "Oh,
he
I
did.
killed him. Now
Yeah,
I'm gonna
he
kill
said he
you"?
killed him.
but he made
Yeah.
all the other ones animatronic.
I don't think he made him an animatronic.
But why?
Maybe
he made all the
will.
other ones animatronics. And there was clearly animatronic parts in the thing, so why didn't he just make them into
So many questions.
What happened to the dead bodies?
Yeah, exactly.
just sit
They're all
there.
in that storeroom.
No,
They
because
just
Vanessa
sit there.
said their bodies are in there.
Yeah, wouldn't the animatronic smell if there was dead bodies
That's
from
what I
like?
was saying.
See, but no one
It
goes
would
in there. It's abandoned.
stink.
It's just to make sure no one gets in
Well,
and finds out for the
Like
animatronics.
freaking
too.
Abby hugged the Freddy at one point. How is she not like smell him and he reeks of like
Yeah.
Well,
blood.
kids are also like.
Oh yeah, why would
He
you
smells
trust
weird.
Chico if he
she
said
smells
like,
of cigarettes.
"What are you
How does she
doing?"
smell
and then he
cigarettes
just
but not
doesn't say
freaking
anything.
Rotting corpses.
Well, because Freddy and Bonnie and the other
Well-
Chica were in the thing away from the bodies too.
well,
I'm learning
it's been
so
like
much
20
about
years.
this
It's
stuff.
probably
It's cool.
like half dust.
That's
High
why.
five.
Like it's a.
That's why I sent you the lore thing, but you didn't listen.
Well, now
Freddy's
I'll
Freddy's
dive
cool.
more into the lore now that I've seen the
You
movie,
got that Axe box,
and maybe I
right?
need to rewatch it. So like, all right, we're gonna come up with our rate. So think of your rating between 1 and 10, like how you're gonna rate the movie between 1 and 10. But maybe like after knowing all this new stuff, and I'm gonna dive into the lore a little bit, I'll rewatch the movie.
Better.
and then I'll rate it again. Because right now I'm going to be rating it as someone who just is familiar with the first game. That's it.
I don't know.
Who wants to go first?
I
Abby.
don't know.
We're gonna go one at a time. Who wants to go first? Oh, Charlotte, did you say 8 out of 10?
Yeah, I said 8. It wasn't like a full, like, there were definitely things that, like, could have been done better, and, like, sometimes it felt like a little bit of a jump between, like, the middle and then the end. It felt like a abrupt kind of jump. But other than that, I think it was very good. I really liked the ending with Springtrap or William Afton. I really liked that.
All right, so we got an 8 out of 10 from someone who really was deep diving into the Five Nights at Freddy's lore. All right, who wants to go next?
I'll go. I'd say 8 because, like,
Another 8. All right.
I feel like it's not as bad as all the things I've been hearing about it.
Yeah, the reviews so far have been trash in the movie. I gotta say, like,
It's not
Definitely
that
better
bad.
than
it was like
recent movies that
okay,
come out.
average at best.
It's
But-
just because there's not that much roughness. It's FNAF.
I think
For a
you know what?
reason.
This is one of those movies where I think it would have been better if it was rated R. I really do. I think this movie would have been better if it was rated R and went
'Cause then it
deeper.
would've actually been rated P.
on the
then
gore.
It actually should have been rated PG.
Well, then it would have probably lost its audience, though. Like, a lot of it is probably, like, a little bit, like, younger kids, like, probably our age, because that's kind of, like, our childhood game came out in, like, 2012 or 2013, something like that. So, there probably would have been less people if it was rated R.
Maybe there's a director's cut out there somewhere that's going to be rated R. Maybe. I don't know. I know there's also that weird Nicolas Cage movie that was kind of a ripoff of Five Nights at Freddy's. I forget what that movie's called. I think that one's rated R. It's basically Five Nights at Freddy's, but with Nicolas Cage and weird animatronics. But all right, so we got 2 8 out of 10s.
I'll go next. I'm gonna be different. I rated.
All right, go for it.
A 9 because I don't.
A
really
9?
know-
Holy
I didn't know that
smokes!
much about it.
We got
And
2
I
8s
actually
and a
thought it was,
9.
like, a good movie. Like I would watch that again.
Wow, I think this movie's clearly hitting its target audience
Or
very
like-
well.
Or like 8.5. But like somewhere 8.59.
That's a
because
great
I liked
review.
it, but I didn't know a whole bunch about it. I feel like if I knew more about it, like after, it would be like I wouldn't have liked it as much. But like I didn't know much about it going into it, so I liked it.
Yeah, like, people who know the lore will like it for the lore, but also not like it for the inconsistencies with the
That
lore.
is true.
Because from what like we were saying, like
The lore is, like, strangely scattered. That was, like, the main thing.
All right. PJ, Ava, you want to go next?
I'll go. I'll rate it like a 7.6.
7.6. All right, you're going very specific there. 7.6. Still another good review. That's our worst rating so far.
I'm gonna be a little different.
Excuse me, let's go.
on now.
Go
Like,
for it.
Yeah, plagiarism.
You
Yours
be you,
was-
Ava. Go for it.
You did like one away. I honestly think it was like, as someone who was like expecting more like horror and like lore related things, I'll give it like a 5, maybe 4.
Okay.
Dang.
All right. Hey, I appreciate you.
If it was like if it was a standalone movie like not related to FNAF, I would give it a higher rating.
I
But
would have given it a 10 if it wasn't related.
just
Yeah.
If
I'm
you
with you,
have-
Ava.
I would have given it a 10, but they changed her name from Elizabeth to Vanessa.
Yeah.
like they didn't even like change her name. It's just they completely took away the family because it's supposed to be the
But, like,
Acton family.
she has a
but
brother,
yeah,
too.
that's it. They
I
just
forgot
took
about
away the
him.
family.
They
It's
took away the crying child.
It's
Okay,
a
I
Michael.
changed my rating
Uh-oh.
to an 8 point. Wait, an 8.
Oh,
I
an
changed
8.
it back to an
I
8.
forgot about that.
So we have 3 8s, a
I
5,
keep my rating.
a 7.6.
7.3 now.
Oh, 7.3. You just knocked yourself down a few
He's
points.
mad about William. I mean, Michael.
Or is the entire family
Radwood.
just
No,
taken
I'm knocking
away.
it down again
Maybe
to
So-
a 7.
As-
in the sequel.
They didn't add the horror.
Yeah. I feel okay. So for me,
I just wanted to do that.
I feel like as someone who has a little bit more of a third background with cinematic masterpieces that you guys can't appreciate yet, I'm going to go a little bit lower because, yeah, I think there need to be more blood and guts for a horror movie. And I think some of the acting was flat. I think the story, there's obviously a lot of questions we had. So from someone who doesn't know Five Nights at Freddy's that deep, I'm going to give the movie like a 5. Because the first... And you know what? It would be a higher rating if it wasn't for the first 40 minutes being a snore fest. An absolute snooze fest the
And
first
that's
40 minutes.
1/3 of the movie.
It
Yeah.
was. I almost fell asleep.
I was legitimately like, the first
was
40
invested in
minutes,
it.
I was like nodding off. And I was looking forward to this movie because I enjoyed the game and
Like,
the history
who
behind
cares
it, but-
about the mall?
yeah,
Like,
the
That's
dream
not
sequences. Like,
FNAF.
Like he could have done. They could have picked anything else, and they chose him running. He wasn't even running. He had like this kid from last year. I'll tell you after who I think he ran like, but he ran like him, and it made me really mad. And then like he started like beating up the guy randomly. Like you can do anything. You don't have to beat him up.
I don't understand why he beat him up.
Like
Yeah,
well,
that
because he
looks
thought he was
strange.
kidnapping him, but you can
Kidnapping.
just.
We
I
need to
know
watch
if you
something
take
with more
a
gore
child
now.
and just go. I know it's a kidnapper. He like full like tackle and you're just like.
Yeah, but like
But being
also,
a security guard, all you gotta do is
well,
tackle
yeah,
him and
that
keep him down.
too. But like he has like PTSD kind of from that because his brother was.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think.
no, see,
about
this is
that.
the reverse. They would not. They're like non-PTSD. They're totally fine now. They went through this tragic, horrific incident. Now they're all
Well,
fine.
yeah, but like it was before that. In the like very beginning, he like tackled the guy into the fountain.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
he beat the guy to a pulp in the fountain in front of his
Brother
kid.
got
That was probably the saddest part. The kid like, "Daddy," and he was like,
Flashback My brain.
Peter
was not
Malark
working.
is banging the hell out of this guy in a fountain. Die!
I thought that was hilarious. I thought
This
the guy in the
voice
fountain was
being
gonna
there,
drown. I thought the guy in the fountain was gonna drown. Not gonna lie. I thought he knocked
Yeah.
him unconscious and was gonna leave him.
Oh my gosh, it's like that one movie with it. What is that movie with the you're trying to drown the guy in the fountain?
The Outsiders.
Outsiders.
Oh.
I hate
Oh,
that
gosh.
movie.
I love that movie.
The
No, the train crash
Outsiders.
was funny.
That was some bad acting in The Outsiders. I'm sorry. It was good, but the book is better than the movie.
Daddy.
The Outsiders. I didn't like the book either.
Daddy.
What? I just
Pony
didn't
boy.
like The Outsiders overall.
I love The Outsiders.
I didn't.
I
I
like
liked
it.
it was like so sad and crying, and I was just sitting there like, okay,
I don't
it's a
understand
book. Can
crying
we
to
move
it.
on?
I didn't cry.
Who
I didn't
cried
cry
in
either.
that class? Brie.
I was laughing.
Shocker.
I don't see it being sad.
There's not much humor.
I feel like the
humor
saddest
falls
part-
flat.
Ooh, name drop.
The humor
really
falls
sad.
flat.
Did you have to watch The Outsiders?
That's not
Did you
her
ever read
name,
it?
guys.
I think
No.
the saddest part
Not
is
yet.
Johnny's dead.
But
I didn't really
the
like
FNAF
that.
movie,
The
the
only
only
time
time
I
felt
cried-
flat.
well,
It was
not
like
cried,
No,
there's
I got
no
close to
humor.
Yeah, there-
crying was when I
That's
imagined
true.
myself
There is no
as
humor in this
Pony
movie,
Boy.
really.
Bro.
and so one of my friends as Johnny.
I feel like the
Okay.
closest I got to crying was.
So we digress. We'll wrap this up now since we're now talking
Yeah.
about The Outsiders, unless we're going to do an Outsiders review,
We
which
should,
leave
though.
that for another day.
I would give it like a okay.
10 out of 10.
Dude.
9.5 out
not.
of 10.
Absolutely not.
9.5.
3, 4.
Oh, we're Outsiders? I'm going
9.5.
5
4 or
tops.
5.
I go 5. If I give this 5, I'm going Outsiders 5.
I don't like The Outsiders. I don't. No, I would not read that again. I would not watch the movie again. I would watch it for the train crash. I would.
The train
I know
crash.
it's actually-
That was
it was
that's
so
hilarious.
messed up.
It was so unexpected, and then it crashed, and I started dying laughing. But we were in class when we were watching it, and I didn't want Miss Shine to
Okay.
like, be like, "Why are you laughing?"
Bro,
I didn't.
okay,
I
so
like when he dies at the
I
end.
didn't.
It's the best part.
okay, the funniest part was when like Pony Boy was reading Johnny's letter at the end, but like there was like a prolonged
What are you
zoom
talking
in
about?
on
Yeah.
Johnny's face. It's just like
This is a FNAF. This is a
It's
FNAF
just like-
video,
it's
not
just
a
like- it's
Outsiders
a
and
second. Okay,
no,
two
Red
seconds.
Skull
It would have been
video.
fine.
Yeah, I feel like the saddest part was when, like, he was reading the letter.
It
letter
wasn't
and he was
sad.
like,
No, that was
Dallas.
yeah, it was like the
man.
Tell Dallas part, but that was
I
don't know.
Dead.
Casey, can you?
It wasn't sad.
I didn't cry. but,
focus
like, I
because
thought-
of the freaking
sad.
zooming in. So like I didn't want to make it seem like I was crying. So I was watching it in class.
Stay tuned for the Outsiders review live
That might happen.
from the screening room. We'll just turn it on right now and review it.
We should.
I feel like I need to watch the movie again.
We're going to do a
wouldn't.
live
Dad,
I
did you
wouldn't.
do
Solid
live
gold.
watch
I-
event of The Outsiders.
Dad, did you do the
Like, just like
What?
because I was
The what?
laughing so much. This is so
Oh,
funny.
there was none posted, so no, I couldn't.
And he just had the most blank
All right.
face. He was like,
Well, all right. I'm gonna wrap this up.
Yeah,
We
I
are
think
wrapping
so.
up our live talk of Five Nights at Freddy's. Overall, I guess most people liked it. It was enjoyable, sure. Do you? Oh, last question though, real quick. Do you think it would have been better to see it in a? I mean, we have our home theater here, which is still pretty nice, better than most people's setups, right?
Like, can I steal it? Like,
Yeah.
actually.
Dude, you can come over and watch a movie whenever. But do you think
I'll just walk in the house one day.
if you see this in the movie theater, are you better seeing it in the movie theater, or
No.
can you just wait till it goes
No.
to a
I
TV?
wait.
I could wait.
I could wait.
I'd wait.
Unless there was
But-
like a whole
What do you
thing
mean
that
wait?
happened in
I
theaters.
don't
Like
know.
I'd
I
wait.
saw this
comes
video.
out.
It was like,
Like,
this is
not
better
in
how the
theaters.
FNAF movie released,
Yeah.
and it's like it kind of like the lights went off and like there was flashing like something from the game that was like.
Like,
Personal opinion, movie theaters. Only good thing about movie theaters is if it's 3D and they're popcorn.
you know, we could do 3D down here too. We got 3D
We
setup.
can also do
Okay, they're
popcorn.
popcorn.
And then we got
but
popcorn.
Movie theater popcorn is just like hits different in the theater,
Yeah,
but like
it
that's
does.
it. It does.
I don't like popcorn.
I don't like you. I'm kidding.
Oh, testy.
Salty.
Well, I agree. So
Wrap it
I
up. Wrap it up.
I also agree that yeah, the movie you could probably we go watch it on Peacock like we did, but you don't need to go see it in the movies unless you're with like a whole theater full of Five Nights at Freddy's fans, and then probably pretty enjoyable. But. All right, aloha. We are wrapping this up. Thank you so much for watching. Aloha. Till next time, everyone. Peace out. Bye bye. Aloha.